Hey everybody, back again today. Still here, still kicking. There's another self-care today. Took a shower. I'm out on my nature walk. Decided to stop and take a rest. Everything's coming out in twos today. So today I'm going to give you 2 pieces of advice that were shared to me in my lifetime, 2 quotes that stick out in my head, and 2 truths that I have discovered. Sorry, got a little distracted by the critters. So the 2 pieces of advice. Content warning. There's going to be all kinds of violent themes here. But many years ago, when I was a younger man, probably in my early 20s, I was going through one of those dark spots. And a friend of mine said something to me that, stuck. One of those critical moments, and I didn't remember it until just recently, but it was a very powerful piece of advice. And he said, you could have everything that you aspired to, the nice house, the picket fence, the 2.3 kids, the loving wife, all that. And he goes, in less than 24 hours, somebody could break into your house, steal your stuff, have their way with your spouse, do away with your kids, set the place ablaze, leave you battered and broken, and walk away. But you know what? All that loss that could happen instantaneously, there's one thing that they couldn't take from you, and that is your self-respect. The only way to lose your self-respect is if you willingly give it away. And even if you do, you can easily call it right back. That's been something that's kind of been sticking out. The other piece of advice from another friend of mine is, you got to kiss life. Keep it super simple. The way they used to say it is, keep it simple, stupid. But again, we don't do the self-deprecating, analysis here. But yeah, keep it super simple. One of the things I've discovered is, the more complicated and complex something is, the more easily it can be corrupted. So if you don't want things to go wrong, keep it simple. The less going on, the less can go wrong. Right, the 2 quotes that I have for you is, I was saying the other day, again, when I was a younger man, I was an avid reader. And the next quote is I don't want to misquote it because I know where it came from, where it's sticking in my memory, but it's also something that's I've seen a million places. But the memory that sticks in my head of it is, I was a fan of, when I was in high school, a young adult book series called Animorphs. And there was a point where one of the people who pretty much had it about the worst out of the whole group was trying to give everybody a pep talk. And one of the words that they said was, get knocked down 6 times, get up 7. And there's a whole other bit of context to all that, but that's the line that's repeating in my head that's important. And the other one was, I'm also a huge Stephen King fan. And in the story of The Shawshank Redemption, the character of Andy Dufresne says the words, you either got to get busy living or get busy dying. You can't let yourself get stuck. There's truth to that. You know, it's important to feel what you feel, but you can't stay there. Every day we get a choice and we get to pick a side. So far I've come close. I've come dangerously close, but I haven't picked to give up yet. So keep that one in mind. Okay. And now finally, 2 truths that I have discovered. Did you know that you, yes you, I am talking to you, have a superpower? And I am confident in this because I have used my own, and I know that everybody has it. That's why most people aren't even aware of it, because even though it's a superpower, everybody has it. It's not special. But it is special. We've been taught to ignore it. We have, as humans, have the ability to take a thought and make it reality. You know, I won't go too deep because I know it turns a lot of people off, but, you know, in the Bible when it says, I have made you in my image, God had the power of creation, and through him we also can create. We just have to take the raw materials that we were given and shape them into what we want them to be. And the other truth that I have for you, that I have discovered, is a big reason that, you know, a lot of people are unhappy, that depression is such a widespread problem, and a lot of people feel the way they do in the world, is because people really aren't meant to live the way that we've been forced to live. I don't think it's so much a disease as it is a symptom. That realization helps. You know, I go through these periods in my life when I'm, you know, breaking myself down, rebuilding myself. And usually once I've had a certain epiphany, it's like it opens a floodgate. And I have had one of those epiphanies the other day. And I'm still taking the time to sort it all out. But it's coming, and it's coming quickly. But I have to be patient. And I have to be careful. Because I don't want to fumble it. I've been going over a lot lately, or, you know, cutting really close to time, but I think I've said what I needed to say today. So hopefully those words found the right ears. Hopefully I'll see you all again tomorrow. Have a good one.